All right, thank you for sticking around, Saints fans. We are right around the corner for this second playoff matchup. This time going to be St. Clair College up against Colorado State University Green. And they are coming in hot after a victory themselves. Of course, they did manage to take down, in theory, the upset here, as they were the 19th seed compared to the 14 for Cal Poly. But they're going to end up finding us here right now. This matchup should be happening momentarily. Just everybody's getting to the stadium right here, right now. There's the majority of them, so it shouldn't be too far away. In fact, it sounds like this match is also featured on the PlayVS channel as well. So lots of eyes here on this St. Clair versus CSU matchup. It should be a good one. Of course, let's see. Let's do some additional bracket research while we await for this one to start. If I do quickly scroll away. This means now that St. Clair, see if this is semis, quarters, we're just outside of the quarterfinals now. So we'll call this round 2 for now because I guess it technically is. Or right outside of the quarterfinals. And in theory, we take this victory against CSU. We are going to be going up against the GT Swarm or University of North Texas. And for whatever reason, I always get scared when I see a Texas school because they are oftentimes sleepers. Like, statistically, you may not think much of them, and then they show up and just sweep the bracket. Like, it's really random like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. And if we are victorious, of course, who do we get to play up next in the quarterfinal? Of course, I do believe the PlayVS format has actual prize money on the line as well. Do not quote me on the amount because I have no idea. I should have figured that out prior to. My apologies. But it should be exciting. Of course, each of these rounds then in that situation means you're taking home a little bit more if you keep on pushing. So I know, even though our team has made it into what I believe would be the top 16 at this point, that is still not going to be enough for them. They want to go all the way, if at all possible. And the nice thing about it is we don't have to play Northwood until the semifinals again if we just keep on winning, if both teams keep on winning or whatnot. It's nice being on the opposite side of the bracket as Northwood for once. Who'd have thought? That being said, on the other side of the bracket, as you know what, I'm going to refer to it again, considering we're still waiting on some of these players to show up. But hop back into it. I just want to point out some additional threats here on the side of our bracket. So the Akron Zips, these were, I believe this was the team, or this is the B team, I think, of the team that got second in CRL. Because there is also an Akron Zips Gold, seeing as the first seed way up here. So, what is kind of funny is looking off towards it. If Northwood keeps on winning and whatnot, we're going to have a CRL rematch before the finals. But it is what it is, especially when a school has multiple teams. It's hard to seed them around to make sure they don't play each other and whatnot. But it is what it is. I'm going to quickly throw it back to us here, and I'm going to take a look at our players here. On the side of CSU, I see 4 signed up on their roster. We do have DJ Roomba, we have Shu, we have Brian B, and we have Logan. Going to confirm those are the same people that I have here in the lobby. Looks like we're good. So yeah, we're just awaiting, I believe, the PlayVS side of things to get set up with their production. We should be right around the corner for the start of this one. Won't be too much longer. I tell you what, I'm a little bit nervous still for St. Clair, because this is either going to go, I feel like, one of two ways. Either they're going to take this momentum and just absolutely roll over this team, or they're going to get pretty well shut down, put into a similar position that we saw in that last series where they were They started off strong, then they got put down for the count for what felt like the rest of the series until finally Kamal was able to find the opening that he was looking for to bring that game back. But you don't want to have to rely on something like that. I know the squad loves giving us a good show here. Loves giving you a great show at home, but can make it easier on all of our hearts if they figure this one out. But we'll have to see momentarily how they do end up pulling this one off. Before we do hop into game number one, I want to give out a couple thank yous, of course, to one, of course, being the sponsors, which I'll go over in a second, but of course the other being everybody who's tuning in to these matches live and supporting their family members, their friends, their classmates, or just supporting the esports program for either of the schools, whether you're here for SCU or you're here for St. Clair, of course. The fact that you're supporting your esports programs is absolutely fantastic. Speaking of supporting, thank you for the resub, Sean. Director coming in clutch. Thank you so much for subscribing. Be sure to spam those griffins as much as possible. And of course, if you do want to follow along the bracket without me pulling it up, !bracket will bring it up in the Saints Gaming CA Twitch chat. So you'll be able to follow along there as well. Trying to see if I can find any other updates for matches, because there was a few. Sure enough, okay, Northwood did take down UT Dallas. And Zip's still looking good. I'm very, very curious, because I remember, like, PlayVS had playoffs happening yesterday as well. But depending on your seed, you didn't have to play yesterday. So I'm wondering if it's because of that format that some of these seed numbers may seem a little bit odd. Because like I was saying before, like RIT, that didn't feel like a 30th seed team. That felt pretty close, to be completely honest with you. And I do see the cars hopping onto the field right now, so success, stalling complete. We can hop into game number one. Colorado State University versus St. Clair College. Let's get into it. Saints are starting off strong in this one. Off the face-off inside the SCU zone. Kamal in the corner with it. Centering pass. Going to be stopped right above the crossbar. And TJ Roomba getting taken down by Kariz. Nice and quick. Kamal jukes one out. Can he juke out Roomba? Not going to happen. Puts it into the corner. Roomba and Fusion battling up for it above the crease. Able to go into their favor as he passes it over to his fellow teammate. Does not quite get enough of it though, however. Kariz looking to try and make a play. Fusion stops it. Crows kind of missed his mark, however. That's who's throwing me off here. There's one player who was not the one I expected from the list I had seen earlier. As that player... Calm myself out here for a second. Okay, we'll just label him Crow's Shiny Wings. So Crow's on the lineup here for this side of CSU. Okay, so that must have mean that Logan and Shu must have been coaching staff or something like that. But it is what it is. We're learning on the fly here for these new teams. But you see Crow's in net, going to be able to make the save. That would have been on target there from Fusion. Kariz leaves it there a little bit for Kamal, not going to quite get a piece of it, however. 2 minutes in, and DJ Roomba takes care of the first goal here in this series, able to put it over the spoiler of the St. Clair defender. Kariz tried to make the flip for it, but could not make contact. Roomba going to start this off strong. Off Face off, we go right back into the St. Clair zone. DJ Roomba going to put it right back in where Crows is able to try and make the centering pass happen. Nobody was going to be available though. Brian B all the way back in net. Going to at least try to slow this attack down. St. Clair in a very familiar spot, it feels like. Down a goal. They've been battling it out from behind. It felt like majority of the day so far. Don't know why they keep doing this to themselves, but they have the centering attempt, but it's not going to happen. Brian B clears it off to the right-hand side. Pop fly in the neutral zone. Going to send off to Roomba. Nobody home at all for St. Clair. DJ Roomba securing his second goal of the game after the pass from Brian B. Little bounce pass right over to him, and there's just nobody in the crease. No chance for St. Clair to make it back on that one, and CSU putting themselves in the lead here, 2-0. Possible breakout opportunity there from Roomba, but was not able to get it past the defenders. Kamal going to try and push it forward. Just over 2 minutes left in this matchup. Kamal shot on target, going to be stopped by Crows. Centering pass from Kariz, not going to find Fusion. Put it a little bit too far ahead. Now they're battling out for it in the center. Where Kamal goes up to the skies to challenge, and Roomba going to steal it away from him, actually. Puts it into the St. Clair corner. For Brian B coming in hot, but he's not going to be able to find the shot he was looking for. Scary little clearing attempts there from St. Clair. Put it right through their own crease. But nobody on the side of CSU was able to connect with it. Brian B charging forward through the crease, but not going to be able to put it on net. Rose with shiny wings, charging through. Puts it up for DJ Roomba, who's coming around the wall, but it's going to be stopped by Kariz. It's Crows not letting up in the slightest, though. Tell you what, Crows makes it extremely easy to identify him, for he may be Crows with shiny wings, but he's also the shiniest car, but he could not get there in time. Kariz going to put St. Clair on the board after being able to get it past Crows and Brian B and stick it right into the corner. DJ Roomba nearly finding enough to make that save, but not enough this time by. One minute left on the clock now for St. Clair to try to tie this up. Otherwise, they're going to be going down a game early in this series. You see DJ Roomba looking to try and secure himself a hat trick here in this match. Not able to get the shot off he wanted, but he's going to try again. Dump and chase into the corner where Fusion's going to be able to collect it. Brian B back in the net, but he's in a bit of an odd spot. Kariz looked like he was coming in for the shot, but could not find it. Fusion and Kamal both kind of fighting for it, but they're going to make do of it. Crows with shiny wings coming in hot from the skies to stop that one. Oh my goodness, they're just baiting St. Clair at this point here. Juicy shot attempts. Kariz did find a piece of it, accidentally checked Kamal, put him out of commission. As the ball goes back into St. Clair zone, we have 10 seconds on the clock now for St. Clair to make something happen. Definitely doable. It's coming. DJ Roomba in net, however, though. Going to put a stop to it. Kamal keeps it along the wall, but a huge spike there from DJ Roomba to make sure that St. Clair could not pull any last-second shenanigans. And CSU going to start this series off right, getting themselves the victory. Goals for that game, 2 from DJ Roomba and 1 from Kariz. Wasting no time getting into game number 2. Of course, that one was a close one, and it felt like it was a little bit closer compared to what we saw St. Clair try to battle back from in their first match for the series, or their first series of the day. So they're going to just keep on going, no timeouts and whatnot, push it forward. See what they can do. Crows with shiny wings going to make the save, push it forward, where Kamal is flying through center. Keep that away, but just ends up giving it away to Roomba. Crows with the centering attempt, forcing Kariz to make a quick move. Make the save there. Shot from afar. Kariz again stuck on goaltending duty, it feels like. There's just constant pressure now coming out from the side of CSU. DJ Roomba leading the charge now. Looks for Shiny Wings. Can't quite find him. Rose looks to make an awkward angled shot. So does DJ, but not going to find it. Fusion's going to get himself a second to try and push it forward. Crows with the demo onto Fusion, but Kriz could not corral the ball up enough and ends up just giving this one away. Shiny Wings looking for the shot, but could not get a piece of it. Pop Fly in the neutral zone, looking for Kamal to try and make contact with it. Barely catching the hood, however. Just ends up being a Pop Fly ball. Kriz and Crow fighting for it in the corner. Passed off to Kamal. Kamal charging through, centering off the backboard, but Crow's going to shut it down. Fusion shot on target. DJ with the save. We do have Kamal playing it off the ceiling. Crow's going to shoot that thing aside before any sort of follow-up could happen from the side of St. Clair. Crow with a dump and chase for himself. Along the side, has a little bit of boost to play with. He's going to try, but he's going to just end up flicking it over into the corner. No dice there. Crow's in the St. Clair zone, pushing it forward. Brian B puts it on net. Kriz is going to pinch it off, though. Stop it from moving any forward. Just about halfway through this second game, currently scoreless. Brian B getting aggressive here with Fusion. Really just trying to throw him off his game. Huge shot here from Roomba, but he's going to put it aside. Good save by Kamal. Shot on target. Kriz with a good save as well. Somebody from the side of CSU was right there in the crease, ready and waiting for the opportunity. Crow's breakout opportunity. The last second save from Kamal before getting demoed. Fusion going down as well. Crows is getting feisty. Kriz is the only one left in net, but he's going to be able to make the save just in time for Fusion to come back for reinforcements. Centers and Kriz, he's going to find it. That was a huge play. After getting two members demoed, Fusion able to juke out one, maybe two members. Brian B couldn't get a piece of it, and Kriz was right at the right time. The fast one-timer play put St. Clair up one in this second game with 2 minutes left to go. Kamal in control inside the CSU zone. Tries to knock it down, but he's not going to be able to find Fusion. Grace is going to be able to stop it from clearing, however, until now, as CSU finally gets it with Fusion and Crows battling it out. Brian B gets involved as well, but an awkward bounce sends us back into the CSU zone where DJ Roomba is ready and waiting. Dump and chase into the corner for Brian B. Shot fired! Crows going to get denied by Kriz, however, and Kamal coming in high, trying to make the play onto Roomba, but it's not going to happen. Good save on his part. Kamal off the wall. Crow Shiny Wings going to try and control it, but going to get denied. Fusion passes it off the wall, going to be pushed aside by Brian. Kamal up high, but it was not quite high enough. Centering pass, a good save by Kriz to shut that down. And Brian B, last second save, gets demoed in the net, but Fusion finds the rebound, and Crows could not get there in time, I don't think. Brian with a huge save there to make it work initially, but this rebound, it was DJ Roomba actually who tried to get a piece of it but could not do so. St. Clair up by 2 with a minute left to go now. Looking to try and answer this game back nice and quick as we see Kriz looking to try and put another one in there. Awkward angle shot going to be stopped. Kamal stalling it in the corner, just wasting some time. Don't blame him in the slightest. They don't have to score anymore. Just let the clock run out. Fusion gets demoed. Roomba getting feisty. Nice little play there from the side of CSU, passing it back and forth to each other off the wall. A slow motion shot actually would have caught, I believe that was Fusion off guard. Was expecting a harder shot, but Kriz coming in for the cleanup as well. Perfect timing. And then Fusion off the pass from Kamal. Just going to make sure that they can add on a little extra insurance to this one as he puts it past Crows and Brian B, securing goal number 3. One other thing that I did not realize, actually I'll have to talk about this in a moment because this could be big news. So I have to see, 5 seconds left. St. Clair going to take this one home. Going to secure themselves game number 2. We're going 1-1 as we move forward into game number 3. Chris MVP in this matchup after being an absolute legend in regards to his amount of saves in this game and in regards to goals. No goals on the side of CSU Green. We have 2 from Fusion and 1 from Chris. If somebody knows any better, be sure to let me know. But from what I understand with these play versus playoffs, there are CRL wildcard slots available for those who make it into the quarterfinals. So with that being said, St. Clair is just 1 win away here, and we could possibly be in CRL if I'm reading this correctly. So there is a lot more at stake here, and more than just the prize money, more than just moving forward into the next round of the playoffs. But you could possibly find yourself into a ticket of the top tier Rocket League Collegiate League, hosted by Rocket League themselves. Game 3, of course, underway, and St. Clair have been having themselves a handful here. Perez finding the save on DJ Roomba, and now Kamal pushing it forward. Crows blowing a lot of boost for no reason, however. Was expecting, I think, one more shot, and it did not end up coming through. Bouncing pass. Chris with a solid demo. Shot from Kamal off the crossbar. Fusion rebounds, goes high. Crows shot right on target. Kamal coming in hot. Really had to blow the boost to make sure he could get into that one on time. A very, very close call. Ball dumps it into the SCU zone as they chase it forward. Fusion leading the way, is able to take it away from DJ Roomba. Bro Shiny Wings misses his mark and just pass it off to Brian B, but ends up going right to Kamal. Pop fly into the CSU crease, but nobody going to be able to find the shot. DJ Roomba misses his mark on that one, but just ends up passing it to Brian B. Dump downfield, Crows with the shot. Kamal goes up to the skies, try and make sure no rebound happens. Lets Fusion carry it up, but Fusion's going to get denied by Crows with the demo onto Brian B. This is why when you're goaltending, you still got to move around. You can't stand still. Otherwise, you'll have a massive target on your head. Like I've said before, goaltender interference is not a penalty and in fact is encouraged. St. Clair barely going to get it out of the crease. Past the Chris in the CSU zone. Not going to find a shot. Fusion puts it towards the net. Crows going to dump it back into the corner. Awkward bounce, going to go right to Chris. Dumps it into the corner. Fusion is there to answer. Misses his mark, however. Kamal's going to be forced to come up and get it. Going to chase it himself into the zone. Off the wall, centering attempt. Not going to find anybody. Cleared away by CSU. Fusion up high by himself, kind of lobs it up there for Roomba. That was a little bit nerve-wracking. Still stuck in the St. Clair crease, but it is going to be pushed aside now. Chris carries it forward off the wall, does put it over the net. He's going to chase it himself and actually demo Roomba, which is going to allow Fusion to get control, trying to make the aerial play. Brian B not going to let that happen, however. Chris beating out Crows. Now he's got to watch out for Brian B. Brian is going to get it past him, but it just passes back to Kamal. Kamal to Fusion. Fusion, can he find Kamal again? Does get interfered with, however. The shot was not on target. Chris back towards the center. Fusion coming in hot, but saved by Brian B. Less than 2 minutes to go here in this third game. Still scoreless. Saints now on the retreat. Fusion got demoed, so he had to go back and get some boost. Back in his own starting zone. Crows not going to be able to keep it in. Roomba was trying to set him up for it, but was not going to be able to get it done. Lobbed into the CSU zone, actually off the crossbar. That was a close shot, actually. Kamal going to demo Brian B. And Fusion with the ball, once again up into the sky. but dumps it into the corner. Kriz, shot on target, maybe a bit wide. Crow's going to push it aside. Kamal in the corner, trying to make something happen, but Roomba is going to make sure he can get the steal for the moment. Crows with shining wings, pushing forward. Gets denied by Kamal, goes all the way into the CSU zone. That's lobbed right back. A little bit of an awkward spot in the St. Clair crease. Crows battling it out with Kamal. Fusion dumped all the way into the roof, but the chase is going to be allowed now for Kamal. But it is going to be cleared right back in. 30 seconds left to go in this third game. Shot on target, stopped by Kamal. Crows lobs it down, but it goes right onto the bumper of Fusion. Fusion tries to get past Brian B, but ends up just passing it back to Kriz. Kriz in the corner of the CSU zone. Flips it. Centering pass to Brian B, though. Stopped. Fusion to the skies. Shot on target. Fusion going to get the goal with less than 10 seconds left. Oh, everybody on the side of CSU tried, but one save too many. St. Clair, they can hang on. Looking to go up 2-1 in this series. One more shot actually comes out here. Crows trying to keep it up. If this hits the ground, it's done, and that demo was clutch. That will shut things up. Kamal with the game ender of sorts. So much that it just straight up broke my game for a second, but it's a-okay. Goals for this game only from Fusion, assisted by Kriz, as St. Clair go up 2-1. Oh, if this is how today goes, I am going to be absolutely drained by the end of it, but I am absolutely loving this. Do not get me wrong. Love what I'm seeing here. CSU definitely a solid squad as well. St. Clair one game away to move into the quarterfinals, which in theory could mean CS or CRL wildcard spot. But if anything we know for sure right now, is they move on into the next round of the playoffs. If they can take one more game, and we'll have to see here right now. Game number 4 is now underway. My overlay's lying to you. Do not mind that for a second. There we go. As we hop into game 4. Off the face-off, St. Clair inside the CSU zone. Getting aggressive with Crows already. Kriz really not letting him move. Loose ball in the crease, and Kriz is going to find himself a freebie. There's not very many opportunities that you can just straight up drive through and just tap it in. But Brian B, I don't know if he didn't have any boost or what, but he could not make that save. And the Saints strike with less than 30 seconds into this game. And we're getting feisty. Crows is just on everybody's bad side right here, right now, it seems. Kamal and Kriz both taking a shot at them so far in this matchup. Kamal was looking to make the play, but he kind of forgot something. He kind of forgot the ball on that one, but it happens to the best of us. It's now in the St. Clair zone, stuck in the corner. Kriz looking to clear it out. Is going to be successful in doing so. Gets past all of the defenders. Not going to be able to make the shot. It's going to be him battling out Brian B. He's battling everybody right now and seems to be winning. Kamal, shot, barely going to go wide. Pop fly into the neutral zone, though. Brian B might be able to make something happen. Doesn't quite control it, however. It's just going to go over to Fusion. Fusion to Kriz. Kriz with a centering attempt for Fusion. Actually, DJ Roomba denies the shot, but he almost gets a shot on himself. Could have been nerve-wracking there for them, but they do manage to clean it up nonetheless. Still stuck in the CSU zone. We do see DJ Roomba making the save. Brian B pushing it forward, looking for Crows. He's going to find him, but Kriz is going to interfere with him just enough to make it avoidable. Crows, slow motion shot. Definitely threw off the St. Clair defense, but they are able to make that save nonetheless. We're now 2 minutes in to this fourth game. The 1-goal lead from St. Clair can easily be matched on a moment's notice. Battling through the neutral zone. Fusion with the good clear off to Chris. Off the wall, Kamal tries to get it past Crow. Crow's going to be able to get a piece of it, though, off to Roomba. Goes back into the St. Clair zone where Fusion is going to try and collect his slots. Nobody's charging him right now, so he doesn't have to push necessarily. He does try anyway, and Brian B is going to collect him. But he does pass off to Chris. There's nobody home right now! Chris with another freebie. CSU getting over aggressive, and it's going to bite them right in the exhaust. One push too many coming out from CSU. This is still extremely doable. We're only halfway through this fourth game. And this is a good start. Brian B shot on target, forcing two St. Clair members to try and make that save. And keeping it in the zone. Passes it off to Roomba, but it's going to be intercepted by Kamal, but now Roomba is looking for revenge. Takes Fusion down, sends him back to the spawn point. Roomba passes it off to Crows. Crows not going to get a piece of it, however. Pop fly ball inside the CSU zone where Kariz and Roomba and now Kamal looking to make a play off of it. What a shot from Kamal right on the outside of the crease. All the way up high. Finds himself the perfect angle to put it into the bottom right-hand corner. And St. Clair looking to seal the deal here in this matchup. I mean, 3 goals is a lot to try and muster if you're on the side of CSU, but it is not impossible. They need to get something started quickly if they want any chance at moving forward, however. Match point, of course, in St. Clair's favor. They have no more wiggle room. It is either now or never. Perez passes it off the Fusion. A solid shot going to be stopped by DJ Roomba. All 3 of the CSU's members are just chasing this damn thing. They're trying to brute force it almost as much as my 4v4 casual chaos matches. But it's not exactly working out in their favor. They're finally... This is looking a little bit better. They spread it out. DJ Roomba to Brian B looks for Crows, who is flying in but could not find the shot. Roomba going to slow it down. Less than a minute left on the clock for St. Clair to punch their ticket into the quarterfinals. And that is going to probably seal the deal here. Too many shots, too many saves. There's only so much you can do. Fusion with the bounce off the backboard. Kamal coming in hot, finding himself, I think, his 3rd goal of the game. I'm going to fact check myself real quick, actually. Or am I? I'm a liar. No, that is the 2nd goal of the game. But still, solid jump nonetheless. 30 seconds left to go in this game. Can you manage to get 4 nice and quick? I've yet to really see it be done. I've seen 3 goals in 30 seconds, but I've not seen 4. And with the ball being constantly stuck in the CSU zone, this is looking all for naught. St. Clair going to take this one home, move forward to the quarterfinals, and possibly find themselves a ticket into the CRL. And the pop fly in the crease finally hits ground. Korea's MVP of the matchup. I know he got 2 goals in that one, I do believe. He has 2 goals and an assist while also being an absolute defensive powerhouse. Kamal, 2 goals as well. Fusion may not have had the goals, but he's had plenty of shots and found himself 2 assists in this game. St. Clair going to take it in a 3-1 fashion. Woo! It's what we like to see here. Solid play all around there from St. Clair. CSU did solid as well, but unfortunately, especially that last game, just seemed to kind of run away on them compared to the other 2. Just unfortunately lost their traction of sorts and could not pull it through. I'm quickly going to double check our bracket, see if we have our next opponent It looks like we do, and it's not up against a Texas school, I believe. Okay, so let's take a look here. Quarterfinal matchup. Let's take a look at this bracket. The GT Swarm take down the University of North Texas, which means that that is going to be our next matchup here for St. Clair, because of course we just won right here. We'll move over to face the GT Swarm, and then if we do manage to play and be victorious here, we'll have another one at 6 o'clock. But yeah, as we can see here, next match, 5 o'clock. Oh, hey, that's like 5 minutes from now. So once again, it's just a fantastic day of constant action, a fantastic day of Rocket League. This is what I like to see, just back-to-back-to-back matches. St. Clair gave us a damn heart attack in that first series, but that one felt much more in their control. Game 1 was a little scuffed. I don't know, it was game 1 that was a little scuffed, but they turned it around nice and quick. Colorado just could not find the shots they were looking for. Started off strong early, but ran out of gas nonetheless in the end. So with that, St. Clair going to take a 3-1, going to quickly throw it to a break in a moment as we look to get set up, and I just got to figure out where GT Swarm is from. Because GT Swarm, I mean, that sounds like a cool name, but which school are you from? I want to know. So I'm going to find out that information for you right here, right now. And then within 5-10 minutes tops, we'll be hopping in to the next matchup of this play versus playoffs. In just a brief moment as I fix a couple things up. But of course, I do want to give a big thank you once again to everybody who's tuning in. I see quite a few people actually tuning into this matchup. Rocket League's always been kind of one of those sleepers, but I thank you all for any day to support our Rocket League squad. This is definitely the day to do it, and I love the fact that you're all here. Being able to broadcast these matches is an absolute pleasure. If I entertain you even the slightest, you've made my day, and I hope I can continue to entertain you here this afternoon with our Rocket League squad. And of course, big thank you to the sponsors, of course, that being St. Clair College Alumni Association, and St. Clair SRC, Suckleman School of Business and Information Technology, Tim Hortons, and PC Outlet. Thank you all for making this possible. We're moving forward in these playoffs, but we've got to figure out where this school, or where this team's from. We'll figure out shortly. Next match, about 5 minutes. Stay tuned, everybody.